Elliot Slessor 1.
Well, that was a delicate touch. Such a difficult shot to execute, and he couldn't have played it any better. Although I think his heart would have been in his mouth for a moment there, just in case he didn't reach the green. So an early chance for the underdog. Joe's arrived. I think he took the scenic route from the studio.
1.
Yes, it's not easy coming down them steps. But a good chance here for Elliot. And that's an attacking shot, opening the reds up, knowing full well he had this red over the pocket. Very attacking, that.
8.
Could have just potted the black. He's had some great wins. I was saying in the studio that he'd beaten Mark Williams, Sean Murphy, Joe Perry. Some really good names in there. And I think it's just a matter of time before he starts going far in tournaments. Got a good temperament.
Yes, he's already won twice as much prize money this season as he did in the whole of the last campaign. And of course, that doesn't include what he's earned so far in Belfast this week.
$16.
Yes, that was a nice little cannon he played from black to red. Just under hit that one a little.
24.
Yes, he was just a little worried there about leaving himself hampered over the two reds. But it's okay. Have a look to see if the red goes into the right middle, and it must be tight. So he may have to play a little cannon here. And if he could get the cannon to the red behind the pink, that would leave him on a couple of reds to both corners. Well, he's seen something. He didn't want to risk the cannon. He's seen something different. But this is missable, what he's left himself here. Just taking his time. That's a good pot. And he's the right side of the blue. Now that asked a question of him there, and it went straight in the middle of the pocket. It's a good sign for Elliot Slessor fans.
$38. $39.
Left himself a more difficult black so he could have the angle to play for the next red. Well, kind of like that. He could have played that cue ball down a little straighter, but very confident to leave himself a more difficult black so he could get position. Well, that's the first poor positional shot he's played.
46.
This is another tester to the middle. And the problem now is that if he misses, all the reds, all the balls are there for the taking. But again, right in the middle. Now, just a little awkward now. And I don't think he's got the angle this time to go into the reds. Maybe a red available to the left middle. Yeah, not the ideal angle on the black to disturb the reds. Well, that was a brave shot to play for that red.
54.
Never easy, these reds along the cushion.
$55.
Well, another very good shot. And if he can get the cannon to the red behind the pink, that would leave him on choice of reds. Don't forget to pot the black. Miss the cannon. So maybe able to play the possible plant.
62.
Tried to push the black to the cushion, but had to make sure that he didn't leave that red onto the middle in doing so.
A very composed break of 62 from Elliot Slessor, though. Still 75 available to O'Sullivan.
Well, that brings the pink into play. And a good speed on the cue ball. This frame far from safe. Oh, what a shot. What a great shot from Elliot Slessor. And just the black needed. Terrific pot. Could have lost the game had he missed that. Don't play position here. Pot the black, go down the table. Do not play position. Yeah, that's the shot to play. So 67 points left, 64 in the game. Was never easy, that. Oh, where's it all going to finish? Another chance for Elliot Slessor. And these are the kind of shots that he's got to get. And I will say, fancying for it. Wish I'd never said it.
So the chance of a counter-attack for O'Sullivan, there's still 67 there.
Well, expected him to pot that. He's left a red to the left middle. And that will do nicely. So it looks like the first frame is going to go to Elliot Slessor. And he's played well, just missed that last long ball. But got away with it.
Yeah.
2 snookers required then.
8. It says 8 and the first frame.
Ronnie O'Sullivan not interested in playing on for the 4 snookers he needed. And that's a very impressive start from Elliot Slessor. A composed break of 62. He dominates the opening frame, 1-0. Elliot Slessor, who's never played Ronnie O'Sullivan before.
The second frame.
And he's made a pretty
Elliot Slessor
impressive start to his first meeting with the Rocket. A break of 62. 1-0.
A good break off from Elliot Slessor, getting that cue ball close to the cushion. And Ronnie knows he can't afford to take liberties with this young man.
Foul. And a miss.
Well,
It's as
fortunate. He hasn't left a red on. He was playing to catch the red extra thin, take the cue ball back down the table.
Can I have a look, please? Can I have a look, please? Thank you. How about this? Yeah, slightly far away. I don't know. Can we check, please? Yes, spot on, she said. Elliot?
Well, very close, isn't it?
Hmm? Could pot it. You could pot that. Go this way. More? Yeah? Elliot?
And that's what he was trying to do the first time round. Just caught it too thin. Well, if Elliot comes down the table, there's a possible plant to the right corner. Well, that was an excellent shot. And an excellent kiss. Well, an easy and a safety shot here.
It is touching ball with this red.
Well, even easier now that it's called a touching ball.
Can you talk to me? I can't hear you. Yeah. This way. Big, yeah? 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 How about this red? Just slightly maybe. Which one? This one? Okay. Where does it go? How much?
Now back towards the pack. needs to go back into the pack.
Just a bit, yeah. Is that okay? Yep.
Well, not quite.
Well done. Very good.
So you can see that they were more tightly bunched than that.
What do you think? No. Pardon? What do you think? Does it look right? All right. Let me have a look, Pamela.
Yes, the red above and to the right of the black needs to be much closer to the pack. In fact, I think it was virtually touching
This red here.
the rest
That
of the
doesn't go
bunch.
there. Please help me with that red. This one.
That's the one that needs moving to the left. That's it. That's a bit better.
Yeah.
That's nearly
Yes, and that
spot
does
on.
make a difference.
Yeah, well.
Because now the red
I have one
doesn't
more
pop.
look, and if it's not red, then. Well, I can offer you a look, Ronnie. It's spot on there. So, would you like to have a look? No, then we're playing on then.
Eventually, we're ready to go again. Just missed the pink.
Yes, just missed the pink, but he's left this red onto the right corner. Is it? Is it? It is.
One.
Wasn't sure. It was on that near angle, but gravity took over. And not enough side on the cue ball. And might be fortunate that the red goes to the right corner. Played the red for the middle pocket. Yep, just goes.
Six.
Played for the red, just the right of the black, to play the black into both pockets.
$30.
Well, that didn't go according to plan. He tried to leave himself on the red
20.
into the left corner. He's faced with this tough red to the middle now. Was it? Did I say it was tough? Well, it certainly was, but he made it look easy. A little too straight on the black. But the red will go to that right middle pocket.
$28. $29.
And this time, he is on the red.
36.
Ronnie O'Sullivan does miss. A chance for Elliot Slessor. This is a thin cut to the corner. Yeah, it was never easy. I know they look easy on television, but
$30. 31. $36. 37.
left an angle on the brown to play the cannon to the red or drop in behind it. Played the cannon and missed it. Oh, look at the side on that.
41.
He had all of us full there. Didn't play the cannon.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 41.
Touch of magic there from Rocket Ronnie O'Sullivan, and a couple of 40 breaks doing the trick to level the match with Elliot Slessor, who made 62 in the first frame, but has largely sat out the second. One apiece. With Elliot Slessor, who made 62 in the opening frame.
Hello, everyone.
On table number 2, Mark Williams is in action against Sonny Akani, and Williams has doubled his lead. He's produced some impressive stuff this season, the Welshman. He's playing very consistently. And this guy, well, he's been outstanding. 2 ranking titles already. 30 in all. Second in the all-time list behind Stephen Hendry on 36.
The third frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Yeah, just a little heavy. The cue ball leaves a half chance here for Elliot Slessor. The red behind the black in an awkward position. He may have to play the cannon to that red, try and stay on the black. A little fortunate. And once again, a little heavy. It needs to keep running. And just covered the red over the left side of the table. And that's a very good pot coming around the back of the black.
1.
And may have the angle to play for the red on the cushion. That was clean. So made 63 when he got a chance in the first frame.
8.
Needs to go into those reds as soon as possible.
9.
And he may do it this time round. He's got the angle to go into the reds. Well, I'm not sure if he's on a red to the right middle.
16.
He struck them well, just as I was said to hit the reds. Is it?
7.
Just caught that near knuckle and still dropped in. Now another little cannon to the reds here. Look at that, just caught the knuckle. I thought it was going to stay out. And he's on a red. Easy enough to go up for the blue. Could do with being the right side of the blue to come back down for the reds, which he is. And when he takes this red to the left corner, that releases another red to the right corner. Well, that's not the red I would have played for, but as long as he keeps potting balls, that's okay. Well, it didn't look as though he could play for the black from that shot. I thought he was going to play for the blue, but look, the cue ball's always going into the red. Caught it too thick. He expected a thinner contact. But for me, it was the shot previous when he could have played for the red to the left of the pink.
Elliot Slessor.
Pushing the black closer to the cushion. Very close, but he's left the red on, and now he wishes he hadn't put the black to the cushion.
One.
A little heavy for the blue, but it's nicely on the yellow or the green. Chose to go into them, and it's worked out okay. And this is now a great chance for Elliot Slessor. He's beaten some very good players, Sean Murphy, Mark Williams, Joe Perry, among a few.
Yes, and he was really looking forward to the prospect of playing O'Sullivan today. Determined to embrace the occasion. For a young player like Slessor, still only 23, as O'Sullivan watches on, this is a great opportunity. This is why you put in all the thousands of hours of practice to have the chance to play the world's best on a big stage.
And he's played that one well. It was a tricky little positional shot that Elliot played there. But a stun run through, creating the angle to get to this red. 40 points the lead. He's got that red in the baulk area. As a saviour, in case he gets the wrong side of the blue.
10.
And he's just the right side. Determination. I didn't really get enough screw into the cue ball. Didn't want to be using the rest here. Although it looks like he may just be able to drop it in, play the cannon, beyond the pink to the right middle.
Top. 16.
And he's getting there. Oh, and that's done him a favour. The pink going on the black spot. Oh, he's missed it. Oh, how important is that going to be? Well, that was careless. I fancied him for that one.
The first really poor cueing we've seen from Slessor today, and it could be expensive.
Yes, they all go.
1.
2 reds by the pink spot may need some attention, but I feel sure that O'Sullivan will give them that attention. He has done straight away, look. Pink spot still held.
46 behind, but arguably favourite.
8.
little short of speed.
14. 15. $21. $22.
Well, that's not the best shot he's ever played. This is tricky now
28.
to the bottom corner. He's missed it. He's missed it. And he's left it over the pocket. All that remains to be seen is, can Slessor see it?
Quick look from O'Sullivan. Big let off for Slessor, that.
I think he can pot it. I just got a glimpse there. So another chance for Elliot Slessor. Well, the yellow looks to be the ball. Could play a little cannon to the red. Or just drop it in, bounce off the cushion.
He'd only need the red to leave O'Sullivan requiring a snooker.
Doesn't want to push it to the cushion, and that is not good.
Well, he very nearly missed the yellow, didn't he?
3.
It's only just dropped.
Well, that was a good pressure shot from Elliot Slessor. And that leaves O'Sullivan needing snookers. Just one snooker, though.
It says a 4.
Dangerous times for Elliot Slessor. He could take
2.
yellow, green, brown, blue and play the snooker in behind the black. That's his plan.
5. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 5.
Well, he dropped just right for the snooker, so took the opportunity to play the snooker. Nicely played. He took the brown on after potting the last red. He could have touched the green and snookered O'Sullivan, but nothing wrong with the shot he played if the brown had gone in. Now will he pot the brown and blue, play the snooker? No. Just not enough side on the cue ball. We've got to be careful here. Elliot doesn't want to go too thin on this brown. Going off. That'll do. So it's going to be 2-1 up. Elliot Slessor.
No.
Yes, he needed a few chances to get over the line, but over the line he's managed to get.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan 7, Elliot Slessor 9 to the first
And
frame.
Ronnie O'Sullivan remains in his chair, nods his head, and Elliot Slessor has moved back in front of the Rocket here. Could we have a seismic upset on our hands? He leads 2-1. A very encouraging start then for Elliot Slessor,
Thank you, Elliot.
the world number 82.
Fourth frame. Elliot Slessor to break.
2-1 up on Ronnie O'Sullivan, who did have a chance to steal that third frame, and the way he's been playing of late, you'd have backed him to do it. The first time O'Sullivan has been under any pressure this week. Beat Lucas Kleckers 4-2 O'Sullivan, albeit that Kleckers was able to draw level from 2-0 down at 2-all. Whitewash win over Dwayne Jones, but now playing catch-up, and he's already done as well, Joe Johnson, as you predicted that he would.
Well, he's a good player, Slessor, but as you say, O'Sullivan had a great chance there to clear up and pinch the game. But full marks to Elliot for potting that last red along the cushion. That was missable.
World champion from 20 years ago, Ken Doherty, is going well on table 3. 2-0 up on Liam Highfield, and Mark Williams, the 2-times world champ, also looking good against Sonny Akani. 3-0 up, 1 away from the last 16.
1.
Tremendous pot.
Yes, and he knew he wasn't leaving anything except the red he was playing on. He'd had a look to see if the red went to the left corner, so I didn't have to screw the cue ball back. Although he's underhit that one. Played it with a lot of left-hand side on the cue ball.
6.
But wanted to be closer to the red than this. Another good recovery shot, though.
7.
But the only red he's got now, really, unless there's a plant there, is the red down the left side of the table. Another good pot. But
13.
underhit it again. Well, being a left-handed player, he could play around for this red to the left corner. Well, that was a pretty good shot.
18.
Not ideal on the red, but he's on it. And if he could play for one of the port colours this time, in case the red goes in, he'd have choices to be able to go into the cluster rather than playing for the blue. Another good pot. But played for the blue and he's the wrong side of it.
19.
It's got to be the brown, I'm afraid, if he's going to keep the break going. The red above the black will go to the left corner. Also, very good pot. Needs to miss that angle. Oh, what a shame. It'd have been nicely on that red above the black.
23.
He's cueing well, though, isn't he?
And it seems he's getting more confident as well, Philip.
And this is a man who suffered 11 first-round defeats last season and was so depressed with his game that he even thought about an alternative career.
And it was at 23.
But things have been much better for him already this season with that run to the quarterfinals in India, his first ranking quarterfinal appearance. And he's showing how capable he is so far today against O'Sullivan.
And that's another mistake. Well, he could just be feeling all the pressure of all those tournaments. Flying here, there and everywhere.
1.
Nicely played. The right side of the blue.
Six.
Yes, clearing the reds away from that black spot area, so that when he does pot the black, it's free. But hasn't got the angle to get back to the blue. So taking this alternative, and that only just went in. Played for the black, and the black will probably go on the yellow spot. That doesn't do him any favours. Got to concentrate on the blue now.
Thank you. $21.
Well, he could play into the pink here, bring the pink into play, but there's risk attached to that. Just looking at the scores, and he may be as well just picking them off now, playing for the loose reds. Doesn't need to go into them. He can win the frame with these loose 3 reds.
$26.
A little shorter pace there, but it should be okay.
$27.
So 50 points the lead. These 2 reds would be enough.
$32.
Well, it was important to get the right side of the blue there. Now he's not going to be able to leave himself an easy red. It'll still be potable. But he's going away from it instead of coming towards it. And he'll only need the red.
$38.
Drops his chalk. He will be feeling a few nerves, I'm sure, right now, because this ball puts him 2 up with 3 to play, barring snookers. Big shot.
You said it. It was a big shot. And how important is that going to be? in the course of things.
Still 67 points there for O'Sullivan.
Taking this left-handed as well. Needs a bounce, but not too much. That looks absolutely perfect to go into the reds. What a steal this would be. Well, the red must go in the middle of that cluster.
8.
Had the chance to steal in the previous frame.
9.
This one would really hurt Slessor. So close to putting himself within a frame of the famous victory.
Now, is he on the red? Because if he is, you'd fancy him for his life here. Yep, just.
It's amazing how quickly things change, isn't it? Just moments ago, Slessor won mid-range, red away from 3-1. Now O'Sullivan. Favourite for 2-all, and he's missed the black.
Well, he was playing it with right-hand side, and, well, you can see.
Fred could see it.
Well, that's staggering. That really is staggering. And Ronnie O'Sullivan just asked Elliot Slessor if he's happy with a concession. He's more than happy. We've got a story brewing here, yet another one in Belfast. Ronnie O'Sullivan, the form player, 3-1 down.
I just try and think of nice things.
Thank you.
We've just seen one of the misses of the season from Ronnie O'Sullivan when he had a golden opportunity to steal frame 4 for 2-all. Elliot Slessor very gratefully accepting the concession from O'Sullivan. And so now the Rocket, who's been in sublime form of late, as we know, 2 ranking tournaments already this season, has to win the last 3. This is the black he missed. Well, he wouldn't normally miss one of those in 2 or 3 seasons.
No, he was playing with right-hand side. He was playing it with right-hand side on the cue ball, but I'm trying to make excuses for him, but he should have potted it. Now this red coming back down the table. So an easy starter, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
One.
Now, will he play for that red above the black and leave an angle on that red to open the pack of reds up? That's what he's played. Maybe travelled a little bit far, but I think he can still nudge one out. Nope.
9.
Just came too far.
He's only lost 2 matches in his last 5 tournaments, including this one, O'Sullivan.
16.
Yan Bingtao, who gave him a bit of a beating at the International Championship, and of course Sean Murphy's victory in the final of the Champion of Champions. Other than that, he has been omnipotent.
As it goes. Now he needs to leave an angle on the black, or maybe even go up for the blue. And we may have maximum in mind.
25.
Playing it with the right-hand side to create the angle on the black to go into the reds. Does the red go to the left middle?
32.
It does. Similar to the black he missed, although the other one was easier.
Well, it would just be typical of Ronnie, wouldn't it, to miss a black like that and then make a 147 in the next frame. It's a long way to go. Oh, well, it's all happening. Or rather, it's all not happening for Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yeah, I don't think he can quite believe it. It was down in the pocket and came back out again. Well, missed that one by some distance, but he's covered the red over the right side of the table. Caught it too thin and a little bit too casual there, I think. That's a poor safety. So Elliot gets his chance.
O'Sullivan is clearly below par today, but take nothing away from Elliot Slessor. He deserves his lead. He's played some solid stuff, but he's still got the most difficult part to do, and that's clinch the victory. But pots like that, and he's knocked in a few like that today, will help.
Well, nicely done. Played the cannon to the red, developing it.
12. 13.
I think he's just about got the right side to come down for this red just above the black. Had a look at a couple of reds to the right middle to see if they're a plant.
$18. 19. 26. 27.
Well, he thinks it's a plant to the middle.
34.
And it is.
35.
But the problem is he didn't get onto the black, and that was a poor positional shot. There could have been quite a few turning points in this match, and Elliot Slessor has got away with them. Will he get away again with that? That was so easy to screw back for the black.
Elliot Slessor, 35.
No. Don't think this is a plant to the right corner. Couldn't have hit that any better. That's cut off the left side of the reds and made the safety a little bit more difficult for Slessor.
Foul. And a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
Too high. And now, again, Elliot Slessor with a great chance.
Is the winning run coming to an end for the Rocket?
Well, it's down to Elliot Slessor, if it is.
One.
Well, that was just a little tentative.
7.
Right in the middle.
8.
But a little heavy for the blue. Wrong side of the yellow. Well, you can take the brown. Took the risk on the in-off, but it's okay.
12. 13.
Well, he's not going to get a better chance than this to beat Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yes, we've already highlighted some fine wins for him this season, especially in the Indian Open when he beat Stevens, McManus, Perry and Murphy, but this would be
20.
Surely the biggest win of his career so far.
Well, again there, he's just underhit that one, leaving himself with a pressure shot now. Oh, I thought he'd
21.
missed it. I thought he'd missed it.
It never looked in until it dropped.
The tables really have played easier this week. But he's not ideal on the blue or the green.
12 points in front. So close he can taste it, but not there yet. The applause for Mark Williams, who's just beaten Sonny Akani.
Again, not ideal on the yellow. Didn't fully commit to the shot.
26.
So he may have to come in and out of balk.
Needs up to the brown.
28.
And he could just hold it. And his heart will be pumping like you can't believe. It's a little heavy
31.
for a left-handed player. Needs the rest.
He's made life tough for himself, hasn't he, with this break, but this is the ball.
Biggest ball of his career. And it's in.
And it seems that Barry Hearn's £1 million bonus is
35.
safe for another season. He'll be having a glass of bubbly somewhere. Ronnie O'Sullivan, who's played some sublime snooker in the last few weeks, has been outplayed today. You can't win them all. 26
35.
the difference,
Final match.
18 on. There's the handshake. Another big upset here at the Northern Ireland Open. A pump of the fist from Elliot Slessor, and no wonder. Ronnie O'Sullivan well below par today, but Elliot Slessor has deserved his win. Surely the finest of his career. That's a major feather in his cap. He's through to the round of 16, 4-1.
Well, he started the season needing to string a few wins together just to survive on the tour, and now he's beaten Ronnie O'Sullivan to reach the last 16 of the Northern Ireland Open. It's a Slessor-told story, but he'll tell it to us in the studio after the break. Elliot with the biggest win of his career, Eddie Hearn with the biggest smile in Britain right now.